Hey guys, before we take a look at the cards, make sure to subscribe. I'll be uploading card reviews as more get revealed. First up, Vectus, a 5 mana 4/4 neutral legendary minion with Battle Cry. Summon 2 1/1 whelps. Each gains a death rattle from your minions that died this game. The effect seems good, but after scrolling through the card library for a bit, I could only find one suitable candidate, which is Zoolock. I think it's the only good deck that has cheap and multiple death rattles like Serpent Egg and the upcoming Boneweb Egg that will actually allow you to play this on 5 and still get some death rattles with it. Like, you think, oh, I can get the Mage Prime or the Hunter Prime, but what other death rattles are you running to get from it? If you actually want to play this on 5 and not have it brick, you want to put it in Zoolock. Next, Raz Frost Whisper, a 5 mana 3/6 legendary minion for both Shaman and Mage with, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies, improved by spell damage. I think that little bit at the end doesn't really come into play a lot, but regardless, it's still a despicable Dreadlord with an arguably better stat distribution, as you'd rather have the extra health when you have the reoccurring end of turn effect. But I don't know if that's actually that good anymore, because you don't have the advantage of being able to cheat out Despicable Dreadlord as a demon with Skull of the Nunari or summon it back with Bloodreaver Gul'dan. And you also look at the alternatives that you now have in Standard, like Reno the Relicologist and the Lurker Below, and you can see how much that there's been power creep on Dreadlord. I think this is actually like pretty meh compared to what other people are saying. People thinking Thalmos or the spell damage totem with this is a good combination when it's basically just Baron-Geddon, which no one plays. I think it's actually quite lackluster. Next up, Groundskeeper, a 4 mana 4/5 minion for both Druid and Shaman with Taunt and Battlecry. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, restore 5 health. Rip Sench and Shieldmaster, I guess. I mean, you look at this card in a vacuum and it's clearly got like really good stats and the powerful Battlecry, but the deck that it would go into doesn't exist. Control Shaman, where you'd have your big spells like Earthquake and Hagatha's Scheme and potentially Eye of the Storm. That's like completely rubbish at the moment, and there hasn't been really that much support for it yet this expansion, but that might change. And then if you want to put it in Druid, well, at the moment you ramp to 7 mana, play Exotic Mount Seller, spam off all your cheap spells. That's not more than 5, and this doesn't have a place in it. But I think this could bring back Quest Druid slightly, because you're playing your big spells like Nourish and Hidden Oasis, and then if you play this alongside Steel Beetle, you've got 20 points of health back, well, armor and health, but that means you can survive the early game and start coming out with your power plays like the Oasis Surger, so I think Quest Druid could make its return with Groundskeeper. And the last card, this has been translated from Chinese, so it might not be the final wording, but it's Tenured Professor Turleon, 8 mana 3/12 legendary minion for Paladin with Rush, and whenever this attacks a minion, set that minion's attack and health to 3, so you basically kill it. And I think this pales in comparison to the alternatives in Wild, Sunkeeper Tarim or even Keeper of Uldaman. You can't use it on yourself to buff stuff up, and it's just slow at 8 mana. It's just too fair compared to some of the other like single target stuff like Flick Skyshiv and that new Bone Brittle Destroyer for Warlock and Priest. I think this is just way too fair, which I guess that's what Blizzard loves doing for Paladin. Well, that's all the cards for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment if you disagree with me on the cards. The next review will be in a couple of days because there was only one reveal today, so I'll see you there.